The big game is fast approaching, but wait, you still haven't got your tickets. You've spent hours searching, but you're still confused about ticket prices. Time to stop searching. Visit ticketcompare.com. We compare ticket prices for all the popular leagues and tournaments for you. We work only with the most trustworthy sites, so you can have peace of mind when buying your tickets. Compare prices, buy tickets, get to the game. Ticketcompare.com. Buying tickets made simple.
Running.
Where's Nigel? I need this clean, so I'm going to put this down.
Oh, it's cool, eh? Hello. Better.
Go on. You go. Normally we just ask you to plug in.
Yeah. Yes.
Better. Thank you.
It's cold, eh?
Yeah.
It's freezing. Huh? Freezing.
Good afternoon, everyone. Just a quick reminder of everything. Roger will get us started with the broadcast questions, then we'll move on to the dailies briefing, which is embargoed till 10:30 tonight. And just a reminder, no social media posting during the actual press conference itself. Roger, do you want to get us started?
Hi, Mauricio.
Hi.
First of all, how's the mood been around the place since the disappointment of the other night against Juventus?
Well, I think we are all disappointed, still disappointed. Of course, yesterday was worse, today a little bit better. And sure, tomorrow better than today.
Have you done anything special in terms of picking the players up, or have you come back in as normal, carry on as normal, or have you felt there's been a need perhaps to get the players back up and running?
No, I think that disappointment is up to you. It's up to it's a personal thing that you need to manage, and everyone is handled in different way. Only you need to give time for them to assimilate that disappointment. But now is a moment to think in the weekend, in the next game. The competition doesn't wait for you. If you are happy, you are sad. I think now the team is move on and start to think on the weekend.
In terms of some of the comments that were made after the game, Chiellini, the Juventus player, said something about it being part of Tottenham's history to get this far, and Juventus' history that they know how to go about winning things. Do you subscribe to that sort of idea that something can be in the history and almost the DNA of a club?
Well, I think it's you can. I think I explained to you after the game that when you win, you are right to tell all that you won and looks and seems that it's always right. You have the reason when you win. When you lose, it's difficult to explain why, and it's difficult for the people or for everyone to accept the reason why you lose. I think the clubs that they have the habit to win is for some reason, of course. But we are in a process that the club is settled the basis to try to win, to create the culture about winning is not only on the pitch to score goals and performance in a good way. It's about the whole structure, and of course you need to build the history winning. But for us, I think it's too early to judge us in this way, because I think the process is a long process. I think we are in a good way, but when you compete in this level on Champions League, because it's not another level in football, and when you compete and you deserve maybe to go through, and when you create more chances, only because we have lack of maybe to be clinical in front to the goal, or because maybe I don't know, maybe in some period of the game, in 5 minutes, maybe we not compete in the way that the demand of the competition of the game. But that is all about to live this experience and improve like a team, and of course like a club. When you compete against Juventus, of course you compete 11 by 11 on the pitch, but the history sometimes is a reason that sometimes put in one side or another side the success. No?
What is the next stage? You talk about the development and the progress, and we've seen the progress, second place finish, third place finish, and so on, competing in the Champions League. Is it about winning an FA Cup? Is it another second place finish in the Premier League? Or is it bringing in maybe a couple of players who have been there and done it and know what it's like to go and win those leagues?
Look, today the process is to try to of course the team is doing fantastic in the last few seasons, and then the club is doing a fantastic job trying to finish our new stadium, try to finish the facilities here on the training ground, and I think it's an exciting project, but we cannot one on another side go ahead of, because that balance is so important. I think the club will be in a very good position in the next few years to start to compete in the last level. I think the team now is competing. I think we complained a lot last season because in Champions League we cannot compete, and this season that we show in the group stage, again Dortmund and Real Madrid and then Juventus, that the team is ready to compete. And I think with the new facilities, with the new stadium, the club will be more strong. The bases are there, and now is keep going and try to be clever and try to be, I think, work hard, because that is so important. But then it's a balance, of course, that some player maybe under the season must go, another in, like it's in all the process in football in different clubs.
You know that always a lot of talk about players going, players staying, and so on. I've just seen a report that's come out this morning saying that Harry Kane has vowed to give one more year to Tottenham. I don't know where he's made that vow. Has he given that vow to you?
For me, there's a lot of rumors in football. I need to tell you and everyone that doesn't affect me, because you need to be, or you need to listen, and you need to hear, and you need to live with this rumor, because it's part of football, and that is the most important, is to protect that rumor doesn't affect us, doesn't affect the team, doesn't affect the club. And I think in all our decision, I think the rumor through the media never affect our decision for the future. But of course I cannot say nothing about rumor, because always it's about rumor, and it's a plenty of rumor, 1,000 rumors about everyone, and if not, you will be mad explaining every single situation, and I think it's not going to help no one.
So Harry's not said to you anything about his future, or about giving one more year or anything?
Look, Harry is so disappointed after Wednesday. Do you think that he has time to talk with me about the future? That is impossible. No one can believe this situation. And then the players are so focused in try to, until Wednesday, to try to beat the Juventus, and now they are focused in try to recovery, to stay ready again Wednesday, because I think we are in a position on the table that we need to care, and we need to win points to try on the end to achieve the top four.
And just on Harry, reports today that he's the favourite to be England's captain at the World Cup. I mean, what's he bring to that role? Would be a good selection from the way you've seen him develop as a man, as a player?
Look, it's Gareth Southgate's decision, and I cannot say more about that. It's not my business.
But you've seen the maturity that he brings and so on like that. He has the quality.
Yes, him, Eric Dyer, that was the last captain for England. I think they have the capacity or the quality to be a leader, or to be captain, of course. But it's not my decision, it's not my election, of course.
Just going into this weekend, Bournemouth, of course, coming back. Are you expecting to see your team bounce back? You know, put that defeat behind them and really bounce back?
Yes.
And focus on the league?
Always is your expectation and your belief. Of course, that was tough after Wednesday. The effort was massive. But of course, now we need to keep going, move on. The Champions League is on the past. I think we need to feel proud, because we compete, first of all, with Dortmund, and then with Real Madrid and Juventus. The last Champions League final was Juventus Madrid, and we were capable to compete with them, beat them. And I think we need to feel proud. I think it's part of the process that to be competitive and then show ourselves that we can compete in this level. I think this season in Champions League show that the team is ready to compete in the last level. Now we need to believe more and we need to try to improve and try to be competitive in the Premier League and in the FA Cup. That is two competition that we are alive.
You've got Bournemouth, of course, seen them beat Arsenal, they've beaten Chelsea. Do you sense that they're one of those teams that seem to find their best against the teams that are right there?
Yes, always against us. It was tough to beat them. You remember the last game in Wembley. Christian Eriksen scored only 1-0 and was so tough to break down them. And then was the last game on Bournemouth that we play last season was 0-0. Always, I think it's tough. It's tough to play. It's a team that try to play good football. Eddie is doing a fantastic job. I think will be very tough. We need to be now in our decision in the starting 11 with players that will be capable to fight and feel fresh, and that now is a very tough job for us to select the starting 11 to play on Bournemouth, of course, the weekend.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any more questions? Yes.
Does the team have to go through moments like during the week to get better? You have to suffer that sort of pain almost against the really big teams to learn more about yourselves and improve?
Yes, I think it's a massive situation that you must learn. You must learn. If we only see the stat from the two games, I think Tottenham was much better team. But then in football, it's not only to show better performance, better stats, shoot more on target, or have more possession. It's a small detail that the competition sometimes demand different things. And I think Juventus is a specialist because they have the habit to win and they have it to put pressure in the referee. They have it to, I don't know, the owner stay in the corridor, in the tunnel before or during the game, and I think it's a club with a culture, about to do everything to try to help the team inside to the pitch. I think it's a massive for us game that not only we need to learn inside to the pitch, if not outside. I think it's two games when you play in this competition or again this type of club. One is on the pitch, another is out of the pitch. And of course, the player like Buffon or Chiellini, different player with experience to play every season in Champions League. In the last 3 seasons, play the finals. Of course, that is a plus. No, it's a plus that in different moments during the game can use. But of course, for us, I think it was fantastic. I think I think it's not because of that we lose. I think because the chances that we had, we weren't capable to score more than 1 goal, because I think we create a lot of chance. But sometimes we need to talk about that because it's about a massive lesson for us that to care not only on the pitch, if not off the pitch, that when you are going to win, you need the help from everyone. No?
When you go out in the round of 16, does it make it harder to keep and sign players? Does that kind of exit have an impact on your ability to do that? Yeah,
but look, I think after nearly 4 years here, my first season, the first few months that I was here, always was the answer from you about, if the team is not in Europe, we'll struggle to sign player. That was, first of all, Europa League. If we are not in Europa League playing, That was the first season. After the second season was if we are not in Champions League. And then, for me, Tottenham is... We need to believe and we need to create that, like it's in different clubs that win title. The club is first, and then everyone is coming down. Of course, the club and the fans, because the club will... if we don't have fans that care from the club, I think it's in the same level. But because that is a history, an identity of the... But and then it's all, no? The manager, the player, in behind. And I think the most important here is the club. The most important is to create a culture here that, of course, that the player they are going to play to the pitch. But I think that is what we need to settle here. The club is over, no? Over everyone. And only, I think, the people that pay the ticket or the our fans are in the same level. And if this feeling, we are capable to feel in this way, I think we are in a good way to create a massive club because we have all the tools to be one of the best clubs in Europe.
On Bournemouth, the way they play, do you get a bit more space and time when you play against them than you would against other teams in a similar position in the table?
We'll go with Fane, then Tom and the finisher.
No, I don't believe. I think it's a team that they feel strong when they play against big teams like Chelsea. Or they were capable to win and to beat Chelsea or Arsenal. I think they are a team that, because they try to play football, their philosophy is like a big club that always try to dominate and play good football. And I think always with the big team make very good performance. I think it will be tough for us, how I told you before. For us it was tough this season to beat them in Wembley, and then always in Bournemouth, tough games, and we expect a very tough game, yes.
Yeah. Just a quick question on Jan Vertonghen. How
yes.
important is it to have him back for the final run in the Premier League?
How important is him?
To have him back?
Yes.
How important?
How important
is he to have him playing? Yeah. So how important is he to the team?
Yes.
For the final run in of the season.
Yes.
How important is it to have him back playing?
Jan.
Jan Vertonghen, yeah.
He played.
But he's playing every game.
But that's what I mean. He came back for the Juventus game, and then you've got him for the rest of the season because he's made a good partnership with Davinson.
Because no play in Crystal Palace. Sorry, yes.
Sorry, I maybe.
Yes, sorry. Yes, of course. That I think Jan is doing for me. After we arrived here, his best season after 4 years. For me, this season he's showing his best. And yes, I am so happy with him. Always available. Of course, the day of Crystal Palace was a small thing that happened the day before, but yes, I am so happy with him, and yes, he's doing a great job.
And just finally, how frustrating do you find it that every time we have a press conference, if you've lost a game, albeit to Juventus, that people then start questioning the fact that Tottenham haven't won any silverware yet? And you're talking about this project, you say you ignore the rumours. Do you think would you just urge people to be patient, that it takes time?
Like in our history, like Tottenham history. Patience, love for the club, show love for the club, how the people is doing. Of course that we are so close, but the last step always is the most difficult step. I think the most important that we are showing that we are capable to compete. I think in the moment that we stop to think like this, maybe we are going to achieve. Because when it's the obsession, things never are good. And but the most important here is the basis and everything that we are doing is always with the objective or the target to win trophies. of course, if you ask me or ask the player, we would love to win a trophy and dedicate to our fans that they are waiting for the chance. But in the same way, the club is doing a fantastic job creating the facilities, to the platform to be close to win titles. That I think is the most important. Of course, that in football it's difficult to ask for time, patience. But I think today, like I feel, because I feel so proud about the players, about the club, about the fans, I think the fans feel proud. And of course, it's only for me time. I don't have doubt that the club is going to achieve all that the fans want, the player want, the club want, and only is time. But of course, that is so difficult. And then because every day we need to talk about everything, and that is one point of the reference if Tottenham will be capable to win some trophy. No?
Okay, Tom, last one, please.
Mauricio, you mentioned Juventus doing everything, excuse me, off the pitch, the owners in the corridor. Were you happy entirely with the conduct of them around that game?
Sorry, if you ask me...
Happy with how Juventus were around the game? You talked about it's important to manage things off the pitch and with the owners.
Yes, I think I recommend, no? Today is a very good article in France, in L'Equipe, Arrigo Sacchi, talking about... I think Arrigo Sacchi is an amazing... I love Arrigo Sacchi because he is very clear in all his interviews and speech. And I recommend, and maybe you can understand better what it means to win on and off of the pitch.
Well, I'll read that later, but I'm speaking to you now. What do you think Tottenham could do then to...
No, that is about experience, like us. We need to improve. That is a massive lesson for us on the pitch when you compete with a team player that can increase the tempo in some period of the game, and that is about experience. Like us, we need to improve and we need to learn. The club need to play this type of game, against Real Madrid, Dortmund or Juventus, to try to improve, to see how the teams that are capable in the last 3 seasons to achieve 2 finals, how they behave. And of course, with our tradition, with our history, with our philosophy, to try to help because to help the team to achieve, or the club, all that we won.
So you'd like Daniel to be in the tunnel, like Agnelli was in the tunnel there?
Yes, yeah. That was an example. I don't say that Daniel need to be there. Only I try to explain that the club like Juventus, that for me was a massive lesson about how they behave, because before the game was Agnelli, after the game was Marotta, Agnelli, the people that are there. I saw in the halftime how they put pressure on the referee. When on the end, I think in the first half we have 2 penalties because 2 handballs. Maybe it was penalty Jean Bertogen, but on the end, the balance, I think this is a small detail that count a lot in this type of game, that is even games and very games that one or another team can win. Sometimes that I believe that can help the team to achieve, or the club, what we want.
Okay, thank you, guys.
Thank you.